So this is the 920.
It's a shirt.
Yeah, and you know the big thing for Windows Phone is totally, is you know, lots of color. We want to give people a chance to have choice in terms of the kind of phone they carry without a case. You know, this is not a case. This is actually the phone.
Oh.
And it's a polycarbonate, like you would have in a hockey helmet or something. But you know, some people want a smaller phone. Some people want the Cadillac of phones, which is kind of like the 920. This phone's got everything you would ever want in it, including an amazing camera, especially when shooting in low light, because it's got an optical image stabilization system that's in hardware. And usually the way that they do that is in software, but the lens in this camera is actually floating on little springs. And so when you're in a low light situation like a restaurant or something like that, what happens when you get those blurry photos is that the shutter needs to stay open so long to let light in that any movement of your hand makes it blurry, and this lens actually will counteract the motion of your hand to make the photos better. And it works with video too. So I mean, if you use this camera alongside of an iPhone or a Galaxy or whatever and walk the same walk, this will be noticeably more steady. So it's a great phone for that. And then, you know, the big thing with Windows Phone is just what we added with the start screen is just being able to have smaller tiles. And so people love the tile interface. It's kind of what makes Windows Phone special. And now you can pack even more stuff on there with these smaller tiles. And so, you know, the way I kind of organize mine is I've got my messaging and kind of messaging modes up here, my calendar, my family and friends, you know, some kind of tool type apps that I use all the time. And then I get down here into my music, because I love music, and then my video games down here as well. And so everyone can really personalize it to be a reflection of them and the people that are in their life. And I think there's something special for, you know, seeing your family and friends looking back at you every time you unlock your phone. And
okay, so I want to go straight to the family part of things.
Okay.
So I'm a mom. I'm in the car. We're on hour 3 of our road trip. And my 4-year-old is screaming in the back seat saying, I want Zaboomafoo, or whatever it is that they want to get to on that phone. So I hand it to them, but the problem is that my husband has porn on my phone. So how do I give them the phone safely?
Well, so we added a feature in Windows Phone 8 called Kids Corner, and so, you know, just in that situation, what's really nice is that usually your parents, you know, you unlock your phone like this. Now you can swipe over to the right, and the kids have their own space within your phone, which they can use, and they only have access to the stuff that you let them have access to. And so what's really nice about this is they can still customize their start screen just like mom and dad can. And they can change the colors and the background and everything, just like mom and dad, but they can't get back into your phone. They can't press back, they can't press the start button. If they press power and then try to get back into yours, they need your PIN. And so mom and dad can have peace of mind when they hand their phone over. They're not going to be buying apps. They're not going to be, you know, texting your boss. They're not going to be calling 911. And it's super easy to set up. You just go into your settings, and then down here to Kids Corner. And then you see here, it will just show you all the things that are on your phone, and then you just check what you want them to have access to or what you don't want them to have access to. Videos, music, applications, and you can turn it off if you don't want to use this feature. But you just figure out what you want, you just launch Kids Corner, and then the kids have their own space. That gives the parents peace of mind.
And this is just native to Windows 8?
It's built into Windows Phone 8, that's right. There's another really cool feature for busy families, just trying to keep in touch with each other. You know, everyone's running a mile a minute. We added this feature called Rooms. And so if you go into your People Hub, you have this area now called Together, and if you go into the space, you'll see that this is, you invite people to be part of your room, and it's a very private place just for the people of that room, and you can have a group chat, so just everyone can see everyone else's messages. Shared calendar, so you can add new items to your calendar, and only the people in the room can see that calendar and edit the calendar. Shared photos, just within the context of the room, and then like shared lists, so you can create a list for anything. This one's just groceries. But if I check things off on the list here, everyone who's in the room will see that same list, and it will be updated automatically on their phone as well.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, really cool and it's not just, you know, it's great for keeping in touch with the family, but we use it for tailgating at the Seahawks games to coordinate who's bringing what and where everyone's at. What's really nice is here on the messaging, you can share your location, so everyone in the room can see where you're at, and know that you're, you know, just down the block and on your way. So very cool feature for busy families.